AI. It's either happening to the platforms that's affecting my workflow. I'm also trying to learn to build AI agents to help do background work for me. This whole company has been built with AI, and this is the only way I'm
Yeah,
able to do it.
I know. Yeah, I think we can't fight it as designers. We need to use it in ways that help us, or gathering data or reading reviews on products online and summarizing that. There's ways that can help us in ways that we don't have to let it infringe upon our creative vision, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And one use case I'm using so for mockups for logos, because I have some clients that I'm working with that we're developing logos for them. I can do some quick mockups. They're definitely not usable
Yeah,
because they're a little bit of a hot mess, but at least I can get an idea like, "Oh, do you like this style? Has this
right,
feel?"
right.
And then recreate it in a higher resolution, cleaner
Yeah,
format. But
like ways to quickly ideate on ideas, I think is time saving, efficient, you know?
how do you stay inspired in thinking about innovation and this constantly changing? How do you continue to innovate yourself, and what do you do personally that
I think I still think there's a lot of knit innovation that I don't know of yet because it's constantly evolving, and I think staying up to date on webinars and, like, educational classes, and they do in-person classes at Stoll or Santoni, and obviously, when you get a chance to visit a factory overseas, that's invaluable experience. Seeing it up close in real time, how things are being made. I think that's always innovative to me because there's just so much knowledge out there that I haven't gotten it, or tapped into yet. I think just, yeah, learning constantly, and then, yeah, always checking what's out in the market, always keeping your eyes open to new innovative brands, and, yeah, keeping a fresh eye on what's changing in the world and trends.
Yeah, yeah. I love that. One of our 6 values at Innovation Insights is continuous learning because you just have to keep learning. So any advice for any kind of new textile or new designers? There might be textile designers or apparel or fashion designers, but any advice to them that might be want to go into knitwear design?
Biggest one would be intern as much as possible. I feel like I regret that in my past. I wish I would have done a few more internships. Luckily, I got an awesome one in New York, but even ones locally, there's a lot of local opportunity here in Denver, or check out where you live, obviously. I'd say, nobody's gonna say no to, like, free work also, or maybe people are paid nowadays. I
They are more I know back in the day, yeah, I did the, unpaid internship too, and
yeah. I think maybe there's more people are getting paid more now, but I'd say take advantage of internships, working in-house, like I said, learning from your team, learning from on the job everyday activities, and then, yeah, taking advantage. There are some knit classes online. Hard to find. I feel like that's you need to know where to look, but again, looking at machine vendors have educational classes on their site. Stole flat knitting, Santoni circular knitting, Shima. There's, yeah, classes you can take, and then take advantage of free webinars or videos online to just understand how things are made in knitwear. Yeah, that'd be the easiest accessible things you could do, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, that's great, and as mentioning accessibility, there's so many resources out there now, and, yeah, and also when you were in school, it wasn't that people did one internship, that's what it
I
was,
know.
but, that was the trend, but
Yeah, that was the trend, and yeah, I was like, "I wish I did one my junior year," like, even done one locally or something, but,
mhm. Yeah, but that
um,
just wasn't the trend then.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
and yeah, I think that opened my eyes when I was in New York. I had a lot of other friends interning out there, and they were, like, hopping do a 3 months internship here, do a 3-month internship at Marc Jacobs, and I was
Mhm.
like, "Man, I should have"
Yeah. Well, I think the East Coast schools are doing that more because I
Yeah,
remember I was interviewing when I was graduating, and there was people that I was interviewing with. We all were flown into a large company's headquarters to interview. There was probably about 50 of us that were flown in
yeah.
to interview for it was a big company at that time. And the people from RISD, Rhode Island
Mhm.
School of Design, they were all like, yeah, they were saying the same thing. I did 3 months here, 3 months there. And
Right.
I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm just trying to get one.
I know, yeah. But yeah, obviously location plays a huge part in that, like, East Coast people
Absolutely.
were really lucky to have that
Yeah,
many opportunities close by and
yeah,
could do it while they were in school
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah, for me, I was like, I could not make money while living in New York. I was like, I have to get a job after
absolutely,
this. Yeah,
absolutely,
make it
absolutely.
work when you're studying or when you have a
Yeah,
flexible schedule. Or it doesn't have
yeah,
you could do 1 day a week or something.
yeah.
Ah, yeah,
Well, and now too, there's you could do it virtually. There's so many virtual
we will.
opportunities. It's not the same as
Yeah,
being in-house or on location, but there's still things you could learn that way too. So,
right, right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So do you have any exciting projects coming up or anything that you can share that
I know. I think, yeah, Smart we work kinda 2 years ahead of time, so
Yeah.
we'll see in 2 years. And as far as Glen& and Glen, I think future, I would love to do a private label like that again and
Yeah.
use what we've learned to hone in on maybe we do smaller batch production, smaller capsule collections. There's a lot of ways you can make things like we use some sewers in Wyoming and Colorado. Like it doesn't have to be in New York.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
I mean that's where a lot of the skill is out there. But yeah, I think that is a goal of mine eventually to somehow do that and yeah, just grow in my career and grow as a manager and, I think it's fun. The fashion industry is so great, and I think there's just more and more opportunity now than there used to be, especially in all the different facets of the development side of things or the 3D side of things and design and merchandising. There's just so many ways you can go with that.
Yeah. It is a great industry. It really is. Exciting, hard, a lot of work, a lot of work.
Yeah,
I think sometimes people think, "Oh, it's just, uh, fashion and it's glamorous," but oh my
I
god,
know.
it's a lot of work.
I know. Like, yeah, very stressful, and I'm like, "I'm not a doctor or anything, this shouldn't be that stressful," but it is stressful.
It is, it is. We asked every guest to define innovation, so I would love to get your definition of that.
Okay. Yes, I think it has shifted, like, I would have probably given a different answer a couple of years ago, but I think innovation to me would be, how do we evolve or improve ways we can reduce waste and overproduction in the apparel market? This is, like, glaringly the largest problem in the industry, and I just now working for a more sustainable company, values have shifted more to that, and you see all these documentaries where there's all this waste and just showing up in South Africa and it's very sad to see, and then even me going to, like, the malls, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, there's just so much product and too much product out there," and I just think, how can we make lasting products with quality materials that don't harm the environment, that don't create all this excess waste,